Have you ever understood every single word someone said in Japanese? And then when it's your turn to speak, your brain just goes blank. But here's the thing, it's not your fault. There is actually a documented stage of languages learning where this happens to everyone. So by the end of this video, you will know all 5 stages of learning a languages, exactly which one you are stuck in right now, and exactly what moves you into the next one. Anyway, my name is Sasuke, I'm a native Japanese speaker and Japanese teacher. And let's get started. So in the 1980s, 2 linguists mapped out 5 stages that every single person goes through when learning a new languages. Not just Japanese, any languages for any person, anywhere around the world. The stage 1, pre-production. You understand but you cannot speak yet. Stage 2, early production. You can speak short phrases or basic answers. Stage 3, speech emergence. You can speak a full sentence even with mistakes. Stage 4, intermediate fluency. You can hold the real conversations but still imperfect. Stage 5, advanced fluency. You become nearly native. But here is the part that matters most. Stage 1 has another name. Researchers call it the silent period. And if you are stuck not being able to speak, there is a good chance you are simply still in the silent period. And this is the stage that most people give up. Okay, so from now we are going to walk through every single one of these stages. So you will know exactly where you are right now and how to move on to the next stage. Let me tell you the few stories and tell me if any of these sound like you. You are at the restaurant in Japan. The waiter asks you a question. You understand every single word. You even know exactly what you want to say back. But your mouth just doesn't move. You freeze and in the end, you just point at the menu. A Japanese friend is telling you a story. You are nodding. You are following along. You even laugh at the right part. Then they finish and look at you, waiting for you to say something back, and your mind just goes totally blank. If any of that feel like you, please listen closely. It's because nothing is wrong with you. This is a real stage that almost every language learner goes through. It's called silent period. And it's the very first of 5 stages. So now let's talk about why it actually happens. So here is the first big reason. Understanding the languages and speaking the languages are 2 totally different jobs for your brain. So as you know, the speaking is way harder than understanding. So please think of it like taking a test. Understanding is like multiple choice question. The answer is sitting right there in front of you. And then you just have to recognize it. But speaking is like a blank essay question. Nobody gives you any opinion. You have to pull the whole answer out of your own head from scratch with nobody helping you. And of course, it feels so much harder. It's because these 2 things are 2 completely different tasks. And here is something that might surprise you. The baby do the same things. A baby hears their parent talk to them every single day for entire year and doesn't say a single real word back for the most of the time. And nobody looks at the 1-year-old and says, wow, you are really behind. You should be talking by now. We just know that's how it works. And that's exactly what is happening in your brain right now. So you are not behind. Think of it like building a wall. Everything you listen to, everything you read, everything you understand, those are your bricks. You need a certain number of bricks stacked up before you can actually build anything with them. Right now you might be in the stacking part, but that's not failing. That's just where the process is supposed to start. And one more important thing. This stage isn't the same length for everyone. So for some people it takes a month, for some people it takes for a couple years. That has nothing to do with how smart you are or how hard you are trying. It's just like how long it takes to stack enough bricks. So if you have been quiet, if it feels like everyone around you is speaking Japanese and you are just stuck, I just want to tell you again, it's not your fault. It's not failing. It's actually supposed to happen and it's just how the brain works. Also, I'm doing a free newsletter to help you guys to actually speak Japanese. So if you are interested, there's a link in the description. So please check it out. And at some point, something shifts. Stage 2 is called early production. This is when you start using a tiny pieces of the languages for the very first time. Not the full sentence, it's more like just a single word or yes or no or small phrases that you use every day and are stuck in your brain, like おはようございます or ありがとうございます. So for example, like if you are in Japan and someone asks you if you want to get the coffee or something, instead of nodding, you say like はい or はい、お願いします. This is just a tiny word, but something in you feels different. You actually said something out loud in Japanese, and it's worked. And here's what is happening underneath. Your brain is testing the water. A one-word answer and memorize a little phrases. Those are small, safe risks. It's a little bit like the kid learning to swim, staying close to the edge of the pool before letting go completely. If you are stuck in this stage right now, I understand like you might feel like embarrassed a little bit because you feel like I should say more. I should speak more. But that's not you being basic. That's exactly what stage 2 is supposed to look like. Stage 3 is called speech emergence. In this stage, you are forming full sentence on your own with mistakes in them. You will know you have hit this stage when a sentence just kind of comes out. You didn't sit there building it word by word in your head. So here's the interesting part about how this works. Your brain isn't building each sentence from scratch using grammar rules one at a time. It's mixing and matching chunks you already know, like puzzle pieces. So for example, like if you know 手もいいですか? It means may I already. And you also know like 朝ごはんを食べる, which means like eat the breakfast already as well. So you just like combine the two words and then you say like 朝ごはんを食べてもいいですか? It means like can I eat the breakfast? The mistakes are actually a good sign in this stage. So in this stage, I want you to focus on like how many phrases or how quick the phrase coming out from your brain. Stage 4 is intermediate fluency. Conversations start to feel like a real conversation. Smoother, faster, and the small mistakes stop getting in the way of being understood. Here is a moment, here is a stage a lot of people describe. You talk with a Japanese friend for 20-30 minutes and afterward you realize you are not translating in your head the whole time. You are just like talking. This stage isn't really about learning a new things. It's more like about speed. Think about riding bike. At first, you think about every single movement. And now, you just get on and go. That's what is happening with your Japanese. And then there's a stage 5, advanced fluency. And this is close to how a native speaker sound. This is the stage where languages stop being just grammar or vocabulary. This is the stage where it starts being culture. Finish line where like you always wanted to achieve. But to be honest, you don't need to reach the stage 5 to communicate. I would say even like stage 2, 3, 4 is enough to connect with the local people. So please do not feel like overwhelmed or anything, even if you are stage 1 or stage 2. Just trust yourself and try to like communicate. And I understand like you feel embarrassed or something or you just stuck, but it's okay, that's a process. And they also understand. And so just show your skill, show your language level and showing off. So this is a part you might be wondering how you actually move on to the next stage. So let me tell you the 5 simple ideas that let you move on to the next stage. The first, comprehensive input. Just one step above your level. And researchers call this I+1. If you are a beginner, that might be just a simple podcast or any like a kids shows. If you are more advanced, a regular Japanese drama or a native podcast on the topic you already know well. So here is a simple way to check if you have got the level right. If you understand every single word already, it's probably too easy. If you cannot follow anything at all, it's too far ahead. If you catch the grammar or vocabulary like 50 to 70%, I think that's the right level you start with. A second is low pressure environment. When you are stressed or anxious, your brain put up a wall. So find the easy, relaxed way to be around Japanese. Reading manga alone in your room, watching a show with subtitle, journaling a few words just for yourself. So I want you to give you permission to actually enjoy the content, because the learning happens even when it doesn't feel like studying. And third idea might surprise you. Stop forcing yourself to speak before you are ready. The speech is not something you should force out. It's something that comes out on its own once enough has built underneath it. It's because rushing this stage is exactly what makes some learner burn out and quit altogether. I want you to enjoy the listening first, and if you feel like you are ready to speak, just try. The fourth idea is stop obsessing over every single mistake. So I would say this is really important. Chasing perfect grammar too early can actually slow you down. Even a native speaker made the same mistake when they were a kid. This is in my opinion, but when I chase perfection, I feel like I'm afraid of making a mistake and ended up like not speaking or talking at all. And to be honest, I feel more confident when I'm not afraid of making mistake or anything. And you know, like making mistake is a good thing. It's because it's your brain actively trying. You only learn from trying and making mistakes. And last technique is the self-check. A simple question that you can ask yourself right now. So idea of this one is I want to try tracking your week honestly. It could be anything like how much do I study or how many words do I remember or anything. The small consistent adjustment here adapt faster than the most people expect. Ask yourself honestly, which stage are you actually in right now? If you understand Japanese but cannot get a single word out, you are in the stage 1, the silence period. If you are managing short answers, you are in the stage 2, early production. If full sentences are starting to come out with mistakes, you are in the stage 3, speech emergence. If you can hold a conversation and you have caught yourself not translating, you're in the stage 4, intermediate fluency. And if you are discussing big ideas and catching jokes, you're in the stage 5, advanced fluency. Wherever you are, I want you to try the 5 ideas that I talked about earlier to let you move on to the next stage. Remember the moment that I described at the beginning. Frozen at the restaurants. Blank in the front of your friend. That's not you making mistake, or that's not you being failing. So please be patient yourself. I want you to enjoy learning Japanese. And please understand, learning Japanese is a marathon, not a sprint. Anyway, I'm the guy who talk about learning Japanese or Japanese culture or anything. So if you like it, please subscribe and I'll see you on the next video.